Hello, it's Darren from Grills Plants. I'm making a video today for you about making comfrey tea out of comfrey plants. So next year we're going to be growing comfrey to sell. We've had a bit of interest in people who wants to buy comfrey. Comfrey, as you see, I'm holding it here now. What I've done is cut the seed heads off the end and thrown the seed heads where the comfrey patch is in the garden. So hopefully the seeds will germinate next spring and create even more comfrey. So comfrey, you can make a liquid feed with this. All you need to do is cut the stems off like I have done. I've got a big bucket and I'm cutting it up, and then we're going to put some water in on top. So we've got a good bucket full. You can use the stems and the leaves. Leave the root in the ground because they'll grow again next year. And if you drop the seed heads where they are, then they should produce a few more plants. So then what you do, top it up with water. So my preference is that I use water from my water butts. If you've not got water butts, then tap water will be fine. Now we're just about finished filling this one up. Now this is very important. You want a tight sealing lid, because this is going to brew now for 2 months. So put it on your calendar, 2 months, to then strain it off. I use an old towel, which we've got purposely for that, to strain all the old manky leaves off by then, and then the actual liquid feed into another big drum. So get the lid on, seal it. It's got to be really tight because this is going to stink. So I put mine in a dark corner in my potting shed, but it's just basically got to be left in the shade. So if you haven't got shed space, leave it outside somewhere where it's going to stay shaded for the next 2 months. 2 months time, then obviously strain it off. The manky old leaves by then you can just dispose of, put it on your compost heap if you've got a compost heap, and then obviously then you've got this liquid feed. So we use comfrey tea in a ratio of 1:10. It's quite high in nutrients, so it's good for things like tomato plants that we use it on. We use it on our apple trees, we use it on our sweet corn, we use it on our flower beds. We use it generally right across the allotment. We use it on our peas. We don't use it on carrots because they don't like high nutrients. So when we talk about, you're looking about 1 litre of feed, comfrey tea feed, and it's going to stink, I'm afraid, but it's really good stuff. To say 8 or 9 litres of water in a watering can. So if you research, you'll find out that the word evasive comes up with comfrey. It's not evasive, not like that at all. If you keep it under control, it's fine. Mine is in this patch here. Obviously I've cut all the plant down now. They'll grow again next year. Thrown the seeds down there and they'll probably form more plants as well. It's not, people talk about evasive. As long as you keep control, if it gets too big, your patch, dig it up and give it to your friend, pot it up, or put it somewhere else. It's a brilliant feed, natural feed. Yeah, next year we'll be growing comfrey plants to sell. So if you want a little patch of comfrey to have a natural feed for your plants, then next spring we should have some.